Data validation. What do you mean by data? Any sort of information or any collection of information is called the data. Okay, validation means what? Restricting. Validation means restricting the user to not to enter the inappropriate data. Okay, for example, I have a web page. Web page is nothing but, like, let's take the example of Aadhaar card. Aadhaar card. In Aadhaar card, in place of age, if you give your date of birth, will it take? No. When you are applying for jobs, in the section where your name is present, there if you enter your database, the date of birth, will it take? That is called data validation. Got it? Clear? And then the second example is Google account, Gmail account. Okay? You created one Gmail account with the same name. You are going to create one more Gmail account. Will it accept? The same Gmail account will be there for all of you. Is it possible? Which is unique. Gmail account is nothing but unique. It will not accept duplicates. Not even 2 to 3 persons will never be having a same Gmail account. Gmail account is a unique account for every user. Aadhaar card number is a unique number for every user. PAN card, all these are uniques. Okay? You can't apply duplicate to create one more account. Got it now? So where in such cases, when you are logging into the Gmail account with the wrong password, what it will show? Invalid password, incorrect password. Please enter the correct password, otherwise forget password. Click on forget password to proceed. Otherwise, try these steps to verify your account. It will ask some code in your phone. You need to click on that code, then it will open. So these are the validations. Validations before inserting the data. Before entering you into the Gmail account, Google is validating your access. Got it? That's what actually called a data validation. And if you perform this with respect to cells, data validation in Excel. In real time, Google Gmail account, Aadhaar card. So these are the examples. Clear? So that's what actually called the data validation. Data validation in Excel allows you to control or restrict the type of data. We already learned all the types of data types, right? What are the types of data types? Integer, float, whole number, decimal, string, text. If a particular data validation you have given to Excel, in this particular column, the user who is entering the data needs to enter only age. Then he can't enter any alphabet. Got it? Then he can't enter any float or decimal. So I am restricting the data by using the data type. That is the reason I teach you data types. Got it? To understand this concept, you need to be familiar with the data types. Then only it will be easy for you, too easy for you to understand. I am just restricting some cells I have. In this sales range, I am allowing you to only select in between 25 to 30. If you write 24, it will not take. It will throw you error. You are entering the wrong value. Like how Gmail will throw, you are entering the wrong password. The same way. Got it? We'll see practical, then you will understand it more. And then here creating a drop down list for choices. If you have multiple choice, in this choice only you are going to write. So then you can create drop down and then restrict age entries between 18 and between and greater than 18, less than 18, all the comparison operators. Then we'll discuss comparison. And then prevent invalid dates or numbers. It will not allow any error. Data validation. It will make sure there is no error in your particular column that you are giving. And then show warning or error message if it is wrong. If the data is invalid, it will show you error message. Got it? Error message. What is the error message in Gmail account? You entered the wrong password. That is called an error message. Got it? That is called an error message. And then please enter your password. That is called input message. Once you enter your Gmail account, if you click on next, it will go to the password. There it will show please enter your password. That is called input message given by Google to us. Once you enter the wrong credentials, it is giving an error. That is called error. You are entering a wrong password. There are two sections, input message and error section. Input message is given by the client. Error message will be given by the platform. Got it? Platform is nothing but Gmail, Google. Got it? Clear? and then we'll go with the practical thing. Clear with respect to data validation? In this particular cells, okay, I want to add some kind of data and I want to restrict the user if the user enters a wrong data. Got it? If the user enters a wrong data, the data, it needs to show an alert you are entering the wrong data. So that is what data validation we'll see now. Before going to work with the data validation, we need to understand where this function exists in Excel. Okay, there is a tab called data tab. Under this, we have text to columns also there, which we were already previously worked, and we have one more option, data validation. See here, the symbol itself, it is saying if your the data which you entered, if it matches the validation, tick mark, insert. If it is not matching the validation, give me error. So that's what this symbol means. Got it? Now we'll work on this. I'll just click on this one, data validation. If once I click on data validation, it is giving me a prompt here. So this is the prompt. See, this is the prompt. Here it is asking, in this particular range, what kind of validation you want to keep. As of now, by default, Excel will not carry any validation. You can enter any kind of data type. You can enter integer, string, anything you can enter. But now, in this specific phase, I am restricting by using data validation. Don't go until or unless my validation criteria acts, like condition is true. If it is false, throw me error. If it is true, execute the value. Execution is nothing but accepting the value in this particular cell. Got it? Here we have multiple data types. See, settings, input message, error alert. First we'll go with the settings. Okay, under setting means, setting is nothing but, okay, you have selected this one, what you want to give the as a validation. Here under this validation criteria, what is the criteria that you are going to give? First criteria is any value. By default it is any value. You can enter any value, it will take. Okay, but now the second one is whole number. What do you mean by whole number? 0, 1, all integers. That's why we discussed integer also. That's why we discussed whole number also. You understand why? But when it comes to programming languages, this whole number becomes integer. Clear? This whole number is nothing but all the values. Now if I click on whole number, I have an option called data. Under this data, if I click this drop down, here it is asking the person, the validation which you are giving, if it is in between 10 to 20. If the user entering in between 10 to 20, then only allow. That is called between. Got it? Not between. If the user enters other value apart from 10 to 20, enter. If they enter 15, don't enter. Throw a message, you are entering the invalid value. Now I will show with respect to between first, then you will understand, then we'll go with the next. Between, what is the minimum value I want to give? 10. What is the maximum value? 20. And then next section is input message. Here, by default, he don't know what type of message he need to input. Now I want to tell the user, you need to enter in between 10 to 20 only. Got it? It's the input message given by the developer to user. We are the developer who is creating the validation. User means the person who is entering the data. Okay? We are Google. You are the person who is entering your Gmail account to enter into the database. Got it? Now title message. Please enter between 10 to 20. Here 10 to 20. Error alert. If this is not the case, what you want us to do? See here, error alert, title invalid entry. Invalid entry. You entered wrong number is my error alert. Now I clicked. See, when I clicked, it is showing me in this cells you need to enter only 10 to 20. This is called a input message. Okay. This is called the functionality of input message. See, if I click here, it will be gone. Again, if I hover on this, it will come. This range only I have given for data validation. 10 to 20, you need to select the particular value. Now, if I give 21 here, it is giving me error. You entered the wrong number. This is called an alert. Got it? Clear? Here I just given the integer. That integer also in between 10 to 20 only. Okay? Okay, just I not tried with this one. I want to see if it is an error, that value will not sit. If it is a proper value, 15, it will go and sit. It is between 10 and 20, right? Now I will give you some text, enter. It is not even taking the text. It will only take the whole numbers. It will not allow the other data types. Let's take, I'll give the date today. It will not allow you to go to the next step until or unless you remove that value. See, whatever I want to do, I can't do. You need to remove that and you need to go back. You need to click on cancel. Once you click on cancel, that value will be removed. Okay. Now I will give 9. 9 also error. Only in between 10 and 20 only it will take. Again, okay, 20, right? Not between. The second option, not between, is nothing but it should not be in between 10 and 20. Whatever other values, it's okay. But it should not be in between 10 and 20. That is called not between. Greater than 20. For example, when you are applying for a vote, right to vote, your age must be greater than 18. Okay? In that cases, they will put validation. If your age greater than 18, then only submit this value. Submit this profile for right to vote. Got it? So that is greater than. Less than means, so whole number. When you select the data type whole number, the operators which you can perform by using whole numbers is called comparison operators. You can compare by using greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, double equal to, not equal to. So these are the comparison operators. I will tell you later. Okay? Comparing means they are comparing two strings. The value which we are giving and the validation which you are giving, it is comparing both of them. If the value which I am giving is 20, is in between 10 or not, it is validating. That is called comparison, right? So these are called comparison operators. Understand the whole number? Clear? So that's what. See, wherever I click here, it will show me an input message. That is called input message. You understand the error? You understand the validation? Which validation I have given here? Whole number validation, only integer. We'll try with this one, 2.5. Will it take? No, it will not. Decimal it is. Okay. Now we'll go with the decimal. Do I need to explain decimal also? You will try? Just give it a try. 1 minute, I'll tell you. 1 minute. Data validation, settings, any value. Just now we discussed about whole number. Here you just go with the not between. This is your practice. This is your practical. Got it? This is how you need to practice. I explained between. You go through with all the other things. Okay? Not between means it should not between 10 and 20. Okay? Not equal to. It needs to equal to 20. If it is equal to 20, then only give the value. Okay? Then next. Not equal to 20. Except 20, all the other values. Here greater than 20. Less than 20. Greater than or equal to 20. If the age greater than or equal to 18, then only right to vote. Got it? Greater than 18 means, if you give 18, that is an error. Greater than or equal to 18 means he is having a right to vote. Clear? And then less than or equal to 18. Less than or equal to 25. For example, government exams will be between 18 to 25. There is a validation. If your age in match between them, then only it will execute and then your profile will be selected. Otherwise, it will be rejected. Got it? The same algorithm will be there in Naukari. The same algorithm will be there in Naukari. The job description consists of some key skills. If the key skills are not matching with your job resume, your resume will be out. Validating that AI. There is an AI in Naukari. That AI is scanning your profile. Once it's scanned, whether this profile is matching for this job description or not. It will see and it will throw you your profile. If it is matched, you become shortlist. You will be shortlisted. Got it? That's an AI which is validating the data from Naukri. Got it? I'll tell you about it like in a brief upcoming classes. Got it? You understand this? Whole number you clear? The same with respect to decimal. Decimal also will be having all the same operators. Got it? We'll try with some decimals for like practice purpose. In between 10.5 to 20.5. Just input messages and error message same. I'll keep some random. I'll keep. Okay. You understand, right? If I give random also you can understand, right? So some input message, if I give 10.4, will it take? It will not take. I gave validation from 10.5 to 12.5. If you give in between only, it will take, otherwise it will not take. Okay, let's try with this. 10.5, it is taking. Got it? That's the data validation with respect to decimal. Now your task is go with respect to all the other one. Between, not equal to, yeah.
Ajay bro, there is something in this, in settings, list after decimal.
Wait, I'll explain one by one.
That is a bit confusing.
Wait, I'll explain one by one. So now you understand whole number. Now you understand decimal. So integer and float done. You know, integer and float are nothing but whole number and decimal. The next data type, string. That is called list. Okay. You need to do assignment with respect to whole numbers and with respect to decimals, with respect to all the categories. Got it? Clear? So that's the task for you tomorrow. Show it to me tomorrow, right? And then next we'll go with the list. List is nothing but, see for example, in data analysis course, we have Excel, Power BI, SQL, machine learning with Python. So these four are the courses. Okay. But the user is trying to enter HTML and CSS. The user is trying to enter HTML and CSS. Will it valid? Will it valid? So that's what the string validation. Got it? Now I'll show you. And list is nothing but, in Python, how many of you are familiar with the list concept? Okay, list is nothing but, you know the meaning of list. A bunch of values add together. A bunch of strings together in a particular format. In this you can, multiple choice, you know, right? Multiple choice. You have 4 options. In that 4 options, that is called a list. That 4 options is called a list. In that list, you need to select one particular. Okay. When we are using this data validation means, data analysis course is having only 4 particular courses, but the user is entering HTML also. That time it needs to give error. Got it? This is the one case. The second case is, whenever you are entering Power BI, P capital, B capital. Okay. Python, P capital. Excel, E capital. SQL, all 3 capitals. S capital, Q capital, L capital. But you are giving here small s, small q, small l. That is not valid. I want the user to select in within the list. Okay, I am not allowing you to write the list. I am restricting you to write by using keyboard. I am allowing you to select by using mouse. Okay, you will see. Data validation here. The third option, which is called list. So the list, we'll discuss all the things, date, time, everything. One by one I'm saying. First we'll done with the numerical data types. Then we are coming to string data types. So list also will be having. See here, this data plane is deactivated when it comes to list. See, even if I try to click also, it will not open. Because you can't compare Ajay greater than Arun. Ajay greater than Arun. Is it valid? Only values you can compare. Integers or decimals. But strings you can't compare. Ajay greater than something, Ajay greater than something. You can't compare. Right? So that is the reason this particular data section will be disabled when you are working with list. Okay. Now, what is the courses present in data analytics? Excel. And this list is separated by comma. SQL, Power BI, BI capital, Python. Okay. Whatever it is. That is a list. select in the list. Out of range. See here, once I clicked on this, there is a drop down present. If you click on this drop down, whatever I have entered, everything is there. No need to use keyboard to type EXCEL. You just click on Excel or SQL, it will enter there. That is called a list. For example, I just want to type something else, enter. It is giving me error. Got it? That's what the list. But if I enter Excel, it is tick. Okay. To avoid errors, we are using list. We are using list. Clear? Clear? See, when it comes to database, you need to select within the range only. You need to select within the drop down. Okay? That is the reason when you are applying for job, under state section, country section, like they will provide a drop down, a list of countries. In that list only you need to select. A list of, when you are filling the form for attendance also, there is a drop down. In that drop down only you need to select my name. You should not allow to enter manually AJAY. That is called data validation. Clear? With respect to strings, list is nothing but strings, and you need to separate each and every string by using comma. I'll do one more time. Just look at it. Got it? Just look at here. I'm doing one more time. I'm just selecting a cells, data validation, and then here settings. Under settings, list. Under list, I want to give Excel, and if you want to separate it, comma. Okay, comma to separate to go to the next step. In that list, 4 are there, na? To go to the second line, you need to give comma. Otherwise, everything will be in one particular one. Got it? Comma means go to the next line. Again, comma, go to the next line. How many number of values you have, you need to give that many commas. Okay? So that's what the limitation of list. Even if you are working with Python, there is a concept called a list. Nothing but arrays in Python. Okay? List concept. This particular list concept will be hell for you till you are it. Data analyst will be completely focusing on NumPy arrays, NumPy pandas, you know. In that NumPy, this is there. Got it? In Python. If you understand in a proper way here, it will be too easy for you to execute them. Got it? A set of operations separated by commas. Got it? Set of operations separated by commas. That's what called list. Understand? Next, we'll go with the next one, date. Here, date is also having, see, in between January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2025. You can compare. In between. Greater than means greater than this date, whatever the values. Less than means less than this dates, whatever the values. So that is the reason data tab is activated for this particular date. Time is also before 3 o'clock, less than 3 o'clock, greater than 3 o'clock, in between 2 to 3. So these things you can do now, compare. You can compare. So that's why these things are there. Now your task is, this is completely your task. Okay? If you enter a date between January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2025, it needs to execute. Okay? It needs to execute. That validation you need to give here between here starting date. You need to give starting date. What is the starting date? January 1st, 2025. Here 31st December 2025. Click on execute and then try to give some date and tell me whether you are getting output or not. Got it? Clear? So that's how you need to work on this. Otherwise, here one more option is there. Here just randomly give January 1st, 20. See, wait, I'll only give. Here. Zero one 2025. Okay. 31/1/2/2025. So these are the two dates. In between them only I want to write. Okay. First, in this section, data validation circle, go to the step date. Under date, start date, you need to click on this arrow symbol and you need to select the start date. Okay, enter. Okay, then end date, click here, select the end date, enter, and just give the input message or error message, whatever you want, and click on OK. If you give the date in between them only, it will execute. Today's date it is. If you give the date between them only, it will execute. If you give 2024, it will not execute. Got it? So that's what the validation you need to. 1 minute, it's taking something. 11, 12. You try with this and tell me. Here only I have given, no? Huh? Working, na? Clear? Got it, na? You try it with this. Date, time also same. Time you need to give time. Okay? Between, and you work on it. And one more thing. Last one. Text length. Text length. For example, if you enter less than 8-digit password, Google Gmail account will not take. If there is no any special character, it will not take. Got it? Text length is nothing but I want you to enter at least 8 characters. I don't care number, text, I don't want. I don't care. I want you to enter at least 8 characters in the as a password. If it is below 8 characters, don't allow him to enter. Then Gmail will send you a data validation error. You are entering a password which is invalid and it is less than 8 characters. Please try to give 8 characters and try to give at least one special character in the password. At the rate or underscore. It will ask. When if you created your Gmail account by your own, you will understand. Got it? It will ask you, give a special character at least 8 digits. 8 letters or 8 digits, whatever it is. It's not string, it's not numeric. All data types together will come into picture. Got it? So you need to try whole number, all the sections. Whole number, all the sections. Decimal, all the sections. List, you can try normally. Okay, we already tried with these 3. Remaining, it's your responsibility. You know the concept? You know how to do that? Then execute. Okay? Tomorrow, this will be your assignment. Please don't forget. Got it? So that's what the concept of data validation in Excel. So that's the end of the class.